Now, this is good. This is really good. You know, I wasn't really expecting it to turn out like this. I guess they're really jumping place to place to explain future events. I'm guessing that's what they're going to do. You know, the last season. Well, let's do this first. The first season, it was straight to the point. It was very simplistic. But then, second season, it was showing the past of Togo, and then it led on to the future after season one. Then with this season, first I was thinking, okay, this is between the first episode, was just showing things that's leading up. They're trying to explain things, giving the Hero series more world building for us to understand what's going to happen in the future, which I'm really excited about. And I have to redact on something that I said in the last video where I said it was Gen who was fighting that force to become part of the Hero Club, but no, it was actually Karen instead. It was freaking Karen that did it. Because I don't know, they look similar, but that's not the point. Karen was in this group where they were being chosen, selected to see who mastered the two swords technique, And Karen was chosen even though she wasn't the best. But however, the problem was that there was another people, a bunch of girls who were there. So imagine you're just selected, because you have capabilities of being this hero guardian ritual thing, and so you train, you want to fight. Some are not taking it seriously. The parents agree to it. As you know, the reason why the parents agreed to it because they get unlimited benefits. You know that, right? That's the reason why they agree to this. Like, after they die and stuff, the kids die, they get them benefits, or so on and so forth. So it's like military benefits, but way freaking better because you're literally being the last remnants of Earth. So that explains a lot. So we get to see the story through the eyes of Mabuki and how she trains because she seemed to grow up from a very strict but yet honorable family. Like her father didn't talk much to her, but whatever he did say was very important. So she always had those words to her heart, like make sure that she would never be a stepping stone. To always fight honor and integrity and all that other stuff. And she was trained to be the top. And of course, there's Karen, who was also there, who's also good from another group. And when they faced off, So some are wondering, okay, Mabuki won, but how come Karen is the one that was chosen? It was simple. It's because even though Karen lost, she wasn't pushed to her limit. It seemed like Mabuki, in my opinion, had to struggle to completely push herself to the limit beyond the struggle in order to win. Where Karen was still fighting, but she wasn't using her full force. And it felt like even after Mabuki won, she fell out. She was slowly collapsing. She was exhausted, tired. She had to go through that much just to beat her. But if Karen continued to train, she wouldn't be like that. So of course they would choose her instead. And of course the expression of Mabuki is completely losing it, man. I love that scene. Like, are you kidding me? You're like, I beat her. I'm better than her. Why aren't I the next hero instead? So now we get to see what happens to the rejects, because we call them bad company. They become infantry girls, where they were shown, and it seems like the Taisha are slowly learning through each heroes that they use to, to find out how to improve the situation with the girls. They still suck at it. Even to the very end, they suck at it. They suck at giving out information. They suck at letting them know things. They just really suck. The Natasha are just terrible, terrible people when it comes to these little girls and how they treat them. Just making sure they're ignorant, but they'll find out eventually is a thing. So where's the point? They'll just go mad. So it's better show them in the first place to know what they're up against. I like Yuna's game where they were unaware of how the outside world was. The infantry girls were shown the pictures of the horrors of the outside, and their job is to travel outside the barrier and see any way that they can live as life. As we all know, there's no life outside the barrier, so they're kind of fighting in vain, in my opinion. They're just being thrown out there as tools, stepping stones, expendables in a way. And of course, Mabuki cuts onto this, like, that's what it is. We also get to see a Miku in a while, like, we didn't really get a chance to see the Mikus in the other seasons because they're not talked about within the books. You really gotta read the books or even just read the manga of Noki as a hero, where we get to see them interact, have a Miko on their team. The Miko doesn't fight, they just cast rituals and spells to help them out. That's what they are. They're the outside support. They don't get injured or killed like the others. Now, I really did enjoy seeing Kiichi Yokobe in that chorus when they sing. It feels great. That might mean my sister like. I've always liked that chorus like singing. That and stuff like that. I enjoy it so much. But the way for some reason when Kiichi Yokobe does it with his stuff like Nier and Yuki Yuna and stuff, it feels amazing. Of course, I'm still waiting for some Emmy Evans. I don't know if Emmy Evans is going to be in this. I'm hoping Emmy Evans will sing in this new season. I am hoping for it. Probably towards the end or something. I want to see something from her, but we'll see. Either way, music was great. It really helped impact the mood. Without the music, you would probably go insane. Imagine you were there in that area that the girls were at, the infantry girls, and as they're fighting, all you hear is the void, like that's all you're hearing throughout the entire time. It builds up pressure. Sometimes sound and music and stuff can distract you, ease you, even with an obnoxious noise. But if it's just that kind of the void of the noise, it can slowly drive you intense, insane, depressed, all that stuff. So then, of course, the vertex come. I guess these kind of call it Stardust. I never knew that. And they're all using guns. For each one has a shield. I guess they're the protector. So they're all using guns. So my thing is this. Once again, the Taisha suck. The Taisha really do suck. What I mean by this is that if they were going to use guns as infantry girls, knowing that most of them aren't going to pass, why didn't you train them to use a rifle? What they're using is clearly a light rifle, musket. Some even have the sword at the end, the blade at the end, like used back in the old days, or even now actually. And it's like, why weren't they trained in using a gun? If they're trained using a gun, they'd probably be easier. But again, it's like the first time when you're an infantryman, I guess, in war. You're training, you think you're pretty all that, or you're just in there, you're like, it won't be that bad. Then you go out on the battlefield, and of course, more than half of the crew are going to hesitate. They're going to freak out. They're going to blank out. They're like, my God, this is happening. This is real. This is dangerous. And so I could really die. And they would, of course, it's fine to actually have that thing. It's not good because you could die. It could kill you. This hesitation. But at the same time, it's natural. And there are some who fight immediately. So I did like how Ibuki was training and she wanted to prove the Taisha, because the Taisha only see them as expendables. Only the top, I guess, Yuna's area that Karen went to are like the Black Ops, the specialty unit that are treated with highest regards. They're the ones that get special treatment. Heck, they didn't have to go through the training actually because they had a higher course of power. But they were trying to test it out on someone who could use training, but yet have that same kind of power, which was this kind of program that they were using. That's why Karen thinks herself a specialty. My only regret is that we didn't get to see how Karen became who she was in the first season of Yuki Yuna. Remember the first season of Yuki Yuna, she was so cocky and uptight and stuff like that, and she wanted to distance herself from everybody. But within this prequel right here, when we first see Karen in this way, she was a bit more open up, friendly, wanted to be a team player. I guess she couldn't. I'm guessing after her experience within the training program, she realized that she is the best, so she probably did get cocky. But at the same time, she distanced herself because everyone else was distancing herself around her as well. So I think that's what she had to do. That's my only guess. But anyways, I was expecting this, but at the same time, I'm glad I got it. It's really good, more world building. What more can you ask for from the series? So hopefully more people pick it up, and hopefully it will be on the anime trending list. That would be nice. A guy can only wish. But anyway, that's all I got for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon. This has been Madcrownxox on Anime. Signing out.